Okay, hey, back here for round one against unknown opponent on the draw. This hand's fine. Like, play Evolving Wilds turn one. If he plays a one drop, I'm gonna get a mountain. Otherwise, I'll get a forest. I mean, Boros is more than half the field, so it's likely I'll just get a mountain and be content playing this on turn three. Huntmaster's also very good against Boros. And Devil's plays not the best on the draw, but it might kill a Stromkirk Noble or something if he plays it turn two, like with a Clifftop Retreat. Well, he chose human for Cavern of Souls, so Champion of the Parish. Okay, so now I have to hope he doesn't have a Gather the Townsfolk, specifically Gather the Townsfolk. If he just plays a human, I can pillar it. Oh, okay, no Gather. Doesn't look like he has any other plays, which is pretty sweet. Yeah, kind of mixed. He probably kept a heavy drop hand because he did not mulligan at all. Kept his 7. Just play a forest. I could play Evolving Wilds, but I want to get a mountain with Evolving Wilds because of the Devil's Play in my hand. Also, drawing another forest made that real easy. I don't know what his hand could be. Like, he could have like a bunch of Riders of Gavany and Hell Riders, or some Midnight Hauntings, or Soulbelt Paladin. Sure, it's just gonna get Devil's Played. There's no reason to let him. Like, I could play a Geist or a Ranger here, but then he could just play Hell Rider and swing for, I don't even want to count how much that is, a bunch. So, no need to let that nonsense go. And I'm pretty sure he's going to play a 4-drop here, because there's no way he keeps like a Champion of the Parish humanless hand, unless he really wanted to. In which case, I have nothing but support for him. Well, he's got to have a Midnight Haunting, I hope, for his sake. Otherwise, he's not really doing anything. I guess he wants to Brimstone Volley my Huntmaster. No, Midnight Haunting. Okay. Maybe you want to just play that before he Hell Road. It's not the worst. Yeah, I'm just gonna double block this Hell Rider. Like, flipping Huntmaster's sweet, but killing Hell Rider is much better, I think. Like, I can't deal with Hell Rider otherwise. And if we're lucky, he'll misclick blockers and kill my wolf token. Nope, didn't look like he did that. Could play a Borderland Ranger and get a mountain, and then play my forest and a Strangler Geist and attack for 4. These Evolving Wilds are very awkward in my hand, because now I'm just out of gas. I hope he doesn't have another Hell Rider, because I'm not playing around him having one. I probably should have. I probably should have left the Wolf token back, or the Strangler Geist, better yet, to block a Hell Rider. No, he doesn't have one. Huh. I still think my play was wrong, though. Like, he kept a pretty slow hand. I guess it was just like Silverblade Paladin, Champion, Hell Rider, and some lands. Oh, that was a really good draw. Midnight Haunting blocks? Or Brimstone Volley? Midnight Haunting? I hope he blocks. No. I'm just gonna get a mountain now because I'm lazy. Telegraph him clearly I have a Devil's Play next turn for 4. Best thing about Huntmaster is Riders of Gavany doesn't just straight trumpet. Like, you can name Werewolf or Human or something, but the Wolf token always blocks. Or, I guess, name Wolf and the Huntmaster can block. Silverblade Paladin? Sure. He gets in for an extra point of damage. If he has a land, he gets in for a lot more. Nope. Sweet. So if I attack with everyone, he lets in 2 guys and takes 4. I think I'm just gonna pillar down his Silverblade Paladin and swing with most of my team. I guess I could have just, yeah, that was bad. I could have done with Huntmaster flips instead, because I want to rush through this game. Because I'm worried he's Hellrider and I want to kill him before he can play it. But if I swing with everyone now, he takes. Okay, let's see. If he has Hellrider, if he draws it, he plays it. I take 5 right off the bat from triggers. I go to 8, and I take 1, 2, 3, 4. So I get a 4, and then I can block Hellrider. And then if he has he can't have Pillar Flame because I'd block that. So, and he would have already played a land if he had it. So I think I'm clear to just attack with everyone but one. Attack with everyone but a wolf token. 1, 2, 3, 4. Because this gets me in for 4 damage, puts him to 6, and next turn I can play him for 5 and attack with some creatures. Unless he wants to leave everyone unblocked, in which case he doesn't do like any damage to me. I'll leave Strangleroot Geist untapped, so he can't just like, he has to have a Pillar of Flame to remove it. He can't Brimstone Volley my blocker away. Though, or I mean, yeah, well I guess it doesn't really matter. Because he can Geist Flame Strangleroot Geist, but it doesn't come back, and he can't Geist Flame any of my other guys. Forest, sure. He knows I have a mountain in hand. But, yeah, what are you gonna do? If he double blocks this, that's super fine, because now he's dead on pretty much on board. He has to kill me this turn. So he could have like Silverblade Paladin land, give it haste. That'd be weird, because then he would have already played the land or the Silverblade. I don't really know what his hand is. Because it's just a bunch of things he hasn't played. Like if he had lands, he would have played them, because of Slayer Stronghold. If he had creatures, he would have played them, because they're creatures. And if he had burn spells... Oh, okay, Fiend Hunters. That makes a little more sense. But he's still dead. I guess he was trying to like wait for my Wolfear Silverhearts or something. Give it haste. No. Oh right, 2 mana. Okay, so his hand had to be like Cloistered Youth, Fiend Hunter cards, which didn't do a whole lot. He probably just drew the Fiend Hunter. Cloistered Youth didn't do anything, so he didn't play it. Ooh, Hellrider. I mean, I could show him that, or I could just kill him. Let's go for kill him. And that's game 1. Yeah, I like this deck's Boros matchup a bit. It's pretty good, unless they have like like you saw where I was vulnerable to Champion of the Parish that one time, where if he would have gone Champion, Gather the Townsfolk to my Evolving Wilds, like I would have been hard pressed to deal with that. But I mean, there's not a lot of things in the format that can deal with a really aggressive Champion draw, which is why this deck is so good. Also, his name is Disgust, which was interesting, because I kept thinking he was saying he was disgusted, but I was just reading his name. Always looking out for the complaints. Uh-oh. Looks like we have a little lag going into sideboarding. Okay, so Magic Online crashed, so we're logging back in. Hopefully getting right back to sideboarding before we have to go to game 2, pre-boarded. I mean, this isn't like the worst pre-board deck at all, but it could be a lot better. How much time do I have left for sideboarding? I might not get to talk about very much. Come on, let's go here, Magic Online. it doesn't tell me. So I'll sideboard now, and like, I obviously want Trees of Redemption, Pillar of Flame. Devil's Play is pretty bad on the draw. Huntmaster is very good. Bonfire is pretty good. I'll take out some Hell Raiders because I don't want to be as aggressive. And yeah, I think this is fine. I don't get a lot of time to consider because I didn't tell me how much time I had left at sideboard. So it could at any time it could have just submitted my deck list, which would not have been ideal. But I think the sideboarding I did there very hurriedly was fine. Let's see, Anaheim. I'm just gonna look at sideboarding real quick while we're waiting for our opponent. So let's see. I definitely want the Huntmaster because it's very good against Boros. Like the life gain and the ability to flip it and take control of the game. Like it's not as good as it was in that rug deck I was very enamored with in Dark Ascension because of the you just can't flip it as reliably in this deck. There's not a bunch of instants or sorceries. And the Pillar Flame you obviously want against Stromkirk and Champion the Parish, which is why I take out the Devil's Plays. Like burning them out is fine, but you usually want to use them on their creatures, and when you have to spend 2 mana to kill their 1-drop, which isn't even guaranteed to die, because it's probably like a Stromkirk or a Champion, like it's just horrible. This hand's fine. Like not amazing because I can't deal with any of his plays. I'm just playing a bunch of Fair Magic, but nope, he kept his hand. Or maybe Tree of Redemption will buy me enough time where I can Huntmaster over the game. And I don't want Blasphemous Act really against this deck because of the Midnight Hauntings, and it just costs a bunch of mana. Bonfire, on the other hand, is always ridiculous. Like you can usually just play it for 3 from your hand, like X is 1, and it should clean up most of the board. Wolfir Avengers, I don't think you want because I don't know what to take out for them. Oh sweet, you didn't have any plays. Boros Tech gets a whole lot less scary when he doesn't have a Cloistered Youth into Silverblade Paladin. That's unfortunate. I'm gonna get a mountain here because I already have a Borderland Ranger and more forests in my deck. I hope he doesn't have the Paladin here, though. Probably just does. Yep. I guess I'll take 6. Drawing another tree's okay. I'm definitely going to play it over the Huntmaster. And if he has a Hell Raider, I think I'm just dead, because I pretty much have to double block Silverblade Paladin, or he just doesn't attack with it. Or I have to double block Hell Raider, and then I take 10 off this pair. And my Tree of Redemption might get Fiend Huntered in the meantime. Yeah, it's not looking good. These are the kind of starts Boros is pretty good for. Hell Rider? Yep. That is unfortunate. He's not attacking with Hell Rider, so I guess I'll take 6, go to 6, kill his thing, then play a tree and block with his guys next turn. Hope he doesn't have anything else. Trading both my creatures for his 1. If he has another Silverblade Paladin or another Hell Rider, I'm dead. Or Riders of Gavony. I think I have to play Tree because I need to gain the life. Like, I can't afford to play Huntmaster, blocks, and then play a sick Tree, because I'll need to live this turn. Okay, if he has a burn spell, I'm dead. Or Rally the Peasants. He could have a lot of things, actually. I go to 1. This is going to be the most working tree ever. Yeah, Pillar of Flame. And that is the Boros matchup on the draw. Stark contrast with what I'd like it to be. Oh, Wolfir Silverheart's not very good against him. I should have taken that out. And I mean, Hellrider's okay. Kills them. I think on the play I want a few Devil's plays. And I think I'll take out the Hellriders for Garrick. Just so I can have more removal. And the Silverhearts. Silverhearts are really good with Tree of Redemption, though, is why they're still 2 in here. Yeah, I think this is fine. Got to sideboard this time, like, more in depth. I'm not sure if taking out all the Hellriders is good, but Hellriders is really good against decks that are less aggressive than you, and Boros is way more aggressive than I am. Like, I want to be more controlling in this matchup, not really in your face Hell Riding with Stringroot Geists. Yep, obviously want to go on the play. This hand's not remarkable, but it's fine. 2 Huntmasters is pretty good. Can't really burn his 1-drop, or his 2-drop, or his 3-drop. But I have a Stringroot Geist. That's pretty good, right? Yeah. Please don't have it. Well, at least I have a blocker. Now he has to have Gather the Townsfolk. Some of the decks don't even play Gather the Townsfolk anymore. Not attacking here because my damage output is significantly less than his. 2 champions? Please don't have a 3rd. No! This hand is so good. It's like practically unbeatable. Yeah, I guess I'll block. I mean, no, I'll take 3. Go for the 3 Huntmasters. Okay, I see your 3 champion draw, and I'll raise you Huntmasters. This is a strange game. His cards cost 1 and my cost 4 though, so we're gonna see how that works out. I don't think it'll work out pretty well. Just a spoiler alert. If we're really lucky, he won't have any other plays. He just kept the 3 champions, and that's it. Because that's usually enough to beat, like, everyone. But he was like a Cloistered Youth to make this a 4-4 and a 3-3 and a 2-2. That's when the game will get interesting. I'll just get a Forest, so if I draw another Stringroot Geist, I can play it. I don't really need another Mountain. Don't have anything. Ah, the worst. And a human? Jeez. Yeah, I can't win this game anymore. I'm sorry. I tried my best, but the reason Boros is so good is it just sometimes has these draws where you actually just can't beat them. Chumping seems so bad, but I need to keep my life total up. Hey, look, a Devil's Play. I mean, I still think that hand was fine keep. Like, it had 2 Huntmasters in it, which is pretty good against an average Boros draw, not the triple champion Pillar of the Flame Cloistered Youth. He doesn't even need to play anything else for the rest of the game draw. Looks like we're going at this daily 0-1, sadly. I don't even know if I can survive this next tap step if he has another card. Like a Riders of Gavony would spell my end. Or Fiend Hunter. I'm pretty sure Silver Blade Paladin will do it too, but I didn't do the math. Oh. So I block here and here, and I take 6. Next turn I take 10. And I die. So I have to draw a... If I draw Brimstone... Not a Rift. If I draw a Miracle, Bonfire of the Damned, I can do it for 3 to kill most of his creatures, and then I'd only take 9 if he has nothing else. So I guess it's like technically possible. Yeah, Joe Borderland Ranger, I'm dead. Okay. Nice game. GG's. Yeah, and that was sadly round 1. We'll have to go back into this, hopefully run 3-0 from now on. That was a that was a beating. Be back for round 2.